The sun illuminates life since 4.5 billion years. The energy of the sun, what creates the life, comes from the burning of the hydrogen element inside it. And as a result of that energy, we and all living things continue to exist. What is the story of the sun? What will happen to the sun? After a while, this hydrogen becomes ashes, and this ash will turn to helium, and the sun will have to burn this helium. The helium has more burning potential at higher temperature than hydrogen, and this will be the cause certain changes in the sun. As time goes by, the inner atom of the sun will be diminished, and the upper burning surface will expand. In this case, the sun will increase its temperature and will burn even further. First, the Mercury, the nearest planet to the sun, will melt by the sun. Later, there will be serious warming in the entire solar system, and the life on the Earth will be destroyed. The last ash on the surface of the sun, the helium, will melt, and the sun will melt itself and its volume will decline. This process will continue fast. All the energy of the sun will end. The last result, the sun, will be 10 times smaller than the present Earth, and will remain that condition in the universe without any activity. And maybe some form of creation in the universe at that time will pass through this tiny and dead body of the sun, and of course will not know that there was a time in this small, extinct and dead rock that made great and wonderful life. Tardigrades. It was recently discovered by the science. This is the most distinct one, I would say. Tardigrades are one of the smallest creatures in the life. You can observe them by microscope. It's considered one of the earliest emerging creatures. The age is over 500 million years old. When you say your peculiarities, you'll be surprised at it. Let's sort. The life on Earth several times destroyed and most of living things disappeared. During the Great Depression, 99% of the Earth's live population died, but even in this period, the tardigrades were able to survive. They live in water, on land, in all conditions. While all living creatures cannot live without water, these creatures can even exist without water for a long time. Extreme times, they are covered with a special protection cover and looks like a dead cell. But when it's time to appear, they are coming back. They can survive minus 270 degree in the cold at 150 degree in the hot. They can withstand 600 megapascal pressure. Not that many metals can be deformed by the pressure of up to 300 megapascal. They can live in space, cosmos, in the conditions of live vacuum. I think it's such a mysterious tip. We do not have a lot of information about tardigrades, what are their important functions in the life, but it's certain that they have a big function in the natural system. Mayfly. Mayfly is the shortest living animal on Earth, has a lifespan of only 24 hours, and completes its life cycle within a days of its birth. Within this short time, it only reproduces and dies soon after. Sometimes their life period is just in 8-10 hours. Even for this creature, which has very short time to live, has a special life function. For example, mayfly nymphs are an important component of many freshwater ecosystems. Furthermore, they are just the beauty of this nature. Their flight, their color, their life are just the art of the Mother Nature. The big and powerful sun, the smallest molecule in the earth, and in general, every creature has a lifetime. For a butterfly, this is only a few days if we are about 1 century old. Universe is different, time is different, so that perhaps a 5 billion life for the sun can be similar to a few days given to the butterfly or by a century given to a human being. This is a fundamental principle in the universe. The sun is the best factor to illustrate it that will be also survived and whenever time will be dead. However, in return the sun was always lightning, shining, giving life and gave white trace behind it. In these traces, life came to being. People were born. People create culture, art formed, and created science, and eventually began to study the sun itself. Think you are creating an android robot. Eventually this android will begin to explore yourself. Every living creature should leave another trace of life behind. Even if we are the smallest particle in the universe, we have an infinite intellect that's comparable to the infinite universe. The scope of mind is at the level of the universe's scope. If we cannot live with this kind of philosophical principle, it means we have no difference between a worthy human or just a dead molecule. We should try to enjoy this life in the best possible way, not from the material created by ourselves, but from the science, philosophy, thought, creation, civilization given to us in the universe, from music, beauty, natural creatures, and so forth. We should create something, or at least to try create something. If it's not possible even to create something, you should just value who creates something. For instance, if you are not scientists, then you just should respect, follow the scientist. I tried to show in these examples from the biggest one to the smallest, from the longest one to the shortest, in which they have some functions in the universe. We are feeling ourselves such as a big ego, but we have a few fundamental questions in which we have no answer. Who we are? What is the time? How is the universe? What is the nature, cosmos? Where we are? We are human. We should enjoy from which questions we try to find an answer. All living elements in the life have the same function, to be part of the circulation of the nature, human too. But we have another great function related to the knowledge, science. We should improve our generation. We should leave the science behind. We should have, follow, and comprehend these key phrases. Learning is wonderful. Teaching is wonderful. Creating is wonderful. Researching is wonderful. All of them are saying biggest values in the life.